Miami. Looking live at the port of Miami where cruise ships dock. This time of year, cruise companies keep a very close eye on any development in the Caribbean. And as Kate Parker is here to tell us, obviously they want to make sure it's smooth sailing no matter the weather.
Right, that's one of the biggest questions we get asked, right? Whenever we start getting some activity in the tropics, we start to get questions. Is my cruise going to go?
Right.
What happens if there is anything going on in the tropics? And cruise lines like Royal Caribbean are always aware of the weather, so rest assured of that. The hurricane season, it obviously brings extra challenges, so we asked them to share their detailed hurricane strategies to keep passengers safe.
It's an industry driven by the weather.
We live with the weather and we're watching it every day.
The whole cruise is about the weather.
And when your job is to deliver an amazing vacation, the forecast comes first.
But the wind has picked up, that's for sure.
Here on the bridge of the Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas, the captain and his crew are constantly monitoring wind, waves, fronts, and the setup for storms.
I'm looking at more or less 10 different weather forecasts. We try to look as far ahead as we can. We put a range on that. Oh, it's a big one.
But hurricanes can make life pretty complicated.
The safety element is very critical. We always move away from the hurricanes, so the ship is never put in a situation that we don't want to be.
And sometimes that means changing the itinerary, skipping ports, and going hundreds of miles off course.
Depends on how big the storm is. If you're going to pass on the west or the east of the storm in different places, so which way the storm is likely to turn.
And the complications mount when a hurricane threatens a turnaround port, which is exactly what happened in October 2012 during Hurricane Sandy.
On the timing that was just affecting every single of our turnaround ports. Miami, Port Everglades, Port Canaveral, Baltimore, New York. On a ship like this, you have basically 6,000 guests leaving and 6,000 guests coming back. And if you cannot arrive on that day, you can imagine the logistics around that needs to be made to arrange flights and schedules and things.
Those disruptions also mean extra time at sea, which is why all ships carry extra fuel and supplies during hurricane season. Just like guests have been planning this vacation for months,
You know it's now 25 knots.
so have they. Armed with a plan and the forecast, they strive to give guests the royal treatment.
Well, creating this strategy obviously takes a huge team. Every nautical officer is trained in marine meteorology and can analyze the forecast. But it's the ship captain, fleet captain, and a team back on shore that make the decision to move a ship off course or to skip a port. So, you know, whenever you're stressed out, if you have a cruise planned and you say, hey, there's something going on in the tropics, rest assured that they've done this before and they're ready with a backup plan.
And they always are safest scenario, so they're not going to put you at risk. Put that ship, you know, a very expensive
you may rock
ship.
or roll a little bit on it, so bring some Dramamine, but otherwise that's about it.
Thank you so much.